Well guys, there we go, time for a spot of urban foraging. Some nice rowings, so I'll pick the ones off the lower branches. Make some nice rowan cordial and some jelly. Hi guys, I'm back in the woods again. The opening shot you would have seen me doing some foraging. Bit of urban foraging, for rowan berries. Very nice they look too. This is actually a stream bed. This is how dry it is at the moment. Normally got water running through here. Now it's been dry for a good few weeks. I've just had a surprise. I think there's some council workers actually clearing up the bits of rubbish that have been dumped in the woods. Things like carpets, bits of old car, drinks cans aplenty, where the young come and have a drink out of the way of parents and authority, thinking they're doing something naughty and no one's ever done it before. But as we all know, we did it ourselves when we were youths. Anyway, it's a nice little bimble through the woods. So I'm going to hope, not sure what I'm going to find today, so I've got my rowan berries in that bag. You can get to have a look at them later, and just have a wander through. Doggy's about somewhere, don't know where he is. He's off the leash. I like to let him slip the leash when he's coming through here. Anyway, let's have a little wander, see what we can find. Don't hold much hope for some fungi, but it will be nice. Oh, there he is. He's over there, just by that tree. Well, my first fungi of the day. And it's exactly as I found it. It's a rusula by the look of it. Let's go and have a look and see what the characteristics are. You have to zoom out a bit, I think. Right. Part of the brittlegill family. So if I zoom in, you can see the gills are quite brittle. The stipe, which is this piece, is very chalky to the touch. You snap it, it's like crumbly. It's very, very crumbly. Where's the other piece that's dropped down? Pick that up and show you. Very, very crumbly to the touch. And let's flip it over and see what we got. Well, it looks like a Rusula emetica, or known as a cycna. In fact, being where I found it, this would be not a Rusula emetica. I can't remember the Latin name, but it's known as a beechwood cycna. Toxic but not deadly. It'll just give you a really bad upset stomach and you'll be chucking up everywhere. So there we go guys, I shall leave this for the squirrels because they can quite easily take them. Quite a find really. Great. Oh, and of course once you find one you start finding loads. If I pan across, and there's another little one down there as well. So there we go. Beechwood cycanas. Nice example of an oyster mushroom. I'm going to leave this on there, it's not enough to pick. It's just on this piece of wood that was lying on the ground. A very fine example. I've got a feeling I know where there might be some, so who knows, later perhaps. But nice example. After I said I'd be hard pushed to find any fungi today. Well, there you go. Well guys, yeah, what can I say? It's a fine summer's day. It's not too hot, it's actually quite cool, which is making it very conducive to being outdoors. I've done a bit of foraging, and as you saw earlier, got myself a nice few rowans, just to have a quick bash at some rowan jelly or something, or cordial or whatever. Other than that, it's been quite a fine day. I'm in the string hammock again. I tried the thermarest in it. It worked quite well. In fact, it worked so well I fell asleep and had about an hour's doze. You know, I was up right out. It's really, really comfortable. It's so nice and peaceful. That way I can hear the construction going on new housing, but that's just the machinations of human beings. But other than that, around here it's so peaceful. Not seen many squirrels this year. I'll get a bit more coffee. That's it. Yeah, not seen many squirrels. I saw one the other week. Seen the woods this year seem to be a bit devoid of them. Don't know why. There's been no one out shooting them. Other than that, no, not many squirrels. Tea, new tea today. A new type of tea. It's a Tregothnan estate tea, and it is real English tea in the manner that it was actually produced. It was grown and produced in England, Cornwall to be exact, and it's a very nice breakfast tea. I've made it a little bit on the strong side for myself. I quite like my tea a bit strong. I have all my teas, without exception, black. Maybe with the exception of a slice of lemon occasionally, but always black, no sugar. Except for my iced tea, which has sugar in it, and definitely lemon juice. Getting quite good at making that. I tend to use Yorkshire tea for that one. That is my preferred brew of choice every day, is a good few cups of Yorkshire tea. It's actually quite a nice brew. I'm definitely a tea person. I rarely drink coffee. Most times, if you catch me drinking coffee, it'll be cowboy coffee, and it's what I've drunk out in the backwoods. I very rarely, if ever, drink coffee at home. It affects my system too much. A lot's happened over the last few weeks in the bushcrafting world, as far as I can see. I have ideas percolate in my mind, you know, and sort of my views on bushcraft are similar to others and completely different to others, depending on who I align myself with. I'm not so much a kit junkie as I like to get out and see what nature has to provide. It's getting towards the fungi season, and as many of you know, it's a big interest of mine. I'd like to study it more, but there's so much going on in my life that it has to be part of the whole circle of things that I do. Very interesting part of life of fungi. On the human body alone, there's something like 200 different types of fungi. These are microfungi, and when you think of it, you've got athlete's foot, you've got ringworm, you've got a fungal infection of nails. It is quite amazing, and of course that's the microfungi. That's the fungi that we don't see, and of course it affects our everyday life. You can go to the shops and buy mushrooms. Corn is a type of microfungi that grows under the ground, but it's just an amazing aspect, an amazing third kingdom. Without it, all life on earth, without a doubt, will probably cease to be. And of course, we wouldn't have beer, and we wouldn't have bread. Also, it's given rise to some really good drugs, some immunosuppressant drugs, and also a certain drug called LSD. If you look on wheat and grains, you might see a banana-like substance which is called ergo, and LSD is derived from that particular fungi. This is a shout out for Patrick. I did drop you a note on your video that you gave. As far as I could make out, the fungi that you had on your last video, the one that was just on the Facebook page, that was Rusula emetica, or known as the sickener. That's if it was in sort of pine spruce woodland. If it was in beech woodland, it would have been probably the beechwood sickener, which is another Rusula, and for the life of me, as I mentioned earlier, I cannot think of the name. earlier in the video you would have seen the beechwood sickler. They're not deadly poisonous. Excuse me. Hair. They're not deadly poisonous, but they will give you a really upset stomach. Hence the word sickler. On the fungi front there are some deadly poisonous fungi, and there are an awful lot of edible fungi and not so edible fungi. Fungi that are marked down in the books as edible or possibly edible, but they don't taste of anything, you know. A bit like, I suppose you could say they're the tofu of the fungi world. You know, they'll lift up the flavours of whatever they're being cooked in. If you are going out looking for fungi, get to know one or two varieties. The boletes are the best variety to study as far as edibility goes, because we've only got one toxic species in the UK, and that's the devil's bolete. That will give you a very upset stomach, and they're quite rare, and they're red, but most of the other boletes are great. Obviously the best of the boletes, the edulis, the penny bun, wonderful, fantastic. All you need is a little bit of butter in a cooking pan, slice them and chuck them straight in, really nice. And the larch bolete as well. There's some woods over that way behind me. I've got to go across the field, and maybe in a couple of weeks I shall probably pop over there and see if they've got any larch boletes growing up. But at the moment the fungi are starting to come through, and they're starting to look good. And it's great to see them. I won't, if I just see one or two, I tend to leave them, unless they're really nice looking specimens and big enough to make a part of a meal with. Otherwise I just leave them, either for other people or mostly for the wildlife, because we share this planet with many other species of animals and plants and what have you, and they're all deserving the abundance that nature provides. You know, why not let the squirrels have the fungi, the hedgehogs. I don't know whether the hedgehogs eat fungi actually, I know they're insectivores. But, you know, just let the other animals have a go at them. You know, it's only fair, because without the other animals this whole thing we call bushcraft disappears. In a few weeks' time I'll be off up to Scotland on a Scottish trip. Just trying to think. Yeah, it's just a Scottish trip, and something really special happening to me in 2 weeks. In fact, 2 weeks tomorrow. Look this out. This is for you tea drinkers. Look this one out. It's a really nice tea. It is great. There's not a lot else to say really for today. I've been foraging, as you saw. Got my rowan berries. I'm going to have another wander around in a minute. As I said, I just zonked out. This is a really nice little hammock. It fits into the side pouch of my bag, and apart from sort of belt loops and that getting caught into it, it's a really nice hammock just to sling up in the woods just for a sit down. I'm slowly getting used to sitting into it. Well, without further ado guys, no equipment reviews, nothing too fancy. I've just got some stuff to do at home, sort out gear, and just nice to have a burble with you guys. I'm going to have a wander around in a minute. That's it. Goodbye guys. See you later. Well guys, well there you go. Yes, my first bolete. I'm not sure which one this is. It is not Boletus edulis. It's certainly not the devil's bolete, but it's a bolete all the same. Well, I'm wandering back towards the way I came into the woods. It's been quite nice. As I said earlier, I had a bit of a doze today. And I'm just wandering around. It's lovely. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun's streaming down and dappling the woods with light and shade. It's quite nice actually. But I just find life so amazing. You come into a place like this. Now, I wasn't expecting to find any fungi, or if there was any, it would have been sort of stuff that's gone past its sell-by date. But I found some oyster mushrooms, boletes, charcoal burners, they're a type of rusula, obviously the sickeners, which are another rusula, and there's various little bits of brackite fungi and what have you. I found wood sorrel today. Didn't pick any of that, but that's nice, you know, you can chuck that into a little pie or something, adds a sharpness to the food. A lot of young growth. There's a lot of old growth as well. As I've often mentioned, these woods need a little bit of management. Not much. You know, keep some of the old coppice because we need the sweet chestnuts. But other than that, it's just absolutely fantastic. It's brilliant. It's just brilliant. I love it. I love coming out here and I love sharing these experiences with you. And I'm endeavouring to make longer trips. And it will happen. Might not be this year, might be next year. And see what happens then. Might even do a set of films like Terra Firma has done. Patrick. Who knows. Anyway guys, I'm going to sign off for today. And I wish you all the best of luck. And may peace be with you.